So you can have either 5x minus 2 divided by minus 4. That's correct. Or you can have 2 minus x over 4. Boleh. Negative, the numerator tu jadi negative. So, negative 5x nya is negative, 2 nya is positive. Instead of negatifnya denominator, negatifnya numerator. Sama. These two are equivalent. Okay, so that's equate to y. So 2 minus 4x equals to 5y. So this is where the difference of solution, different way of writing the solution. So either I add 4 both sides, and minus 5y both sides. So I've got 2 minus 5y equals to 4x. Or minus 2 both sides, which is what you get this. Yes? Either way, you divide this one, you divide by 4. So you get x is equals to 2 minus 5y over 4. And so you get 2 minus 5x over 4. Ataupun this expression you divide by minus 4. X is equals to 5y minus 2 over minus 4. You replace the y with the x, get that one. So it depends how you simplify that one. From the step number 2. Step number 1, equate the expression equals to y. Equate the function equal to y. What's the first step, Joleha? Ya, teacher cakap orang putih, ya translate ke Melayu. I give you a proper word tadi. What did I say? Equate the function equals to. Very good. Okay. Jangan jadikan properly, so you can express your this explanation better. Okay, and that is what I said, the two values the two expression, but both of these are equivalent to each other. Okay, it just depends how you simplify the expression. So this one marvelous. Jawapan masing-masing. Masya Allah. So fx is given as 2 minus 4x over 5. So that's fine. Okay. Minus function of 2x. That means what? That means the x, you replace it with 2x over 5. So it is the same function. Apa yang It's the same as if you're given this one. What do? You substitute your x equals to 6, correct? So it's the same thing as function of 2x. You substitute x instead of x, jadikan dia jadi 2x. But the other terms remains the same. All you have to do next is just simplify. So it's easier for you to simplify the bracket. So you have a linear. And then when you see that one, what you find is 2. What do you see tu? 2. What do you see? 2 algebraic fraction. With common denominator. Wow, marvelous. So, when common denominator, you just simplify that. Sama lah macam biasa. But be careful, here ada negative. So, you put the bracket here so that you would be aware that it's minus the whole expression. Not minus 2 sahaja. Okay, minus the whole expression. This is where mistakes can be made. So, So you proceed to, what do we need to do here? Mizian, what do we need to do? Opposite. Expand. Jangan defactorize. Expand the negative tu saja so that you can simplify. How many variable can you see with the numerator? How many variable do you see? How many variable? One saja, which is the x. So simplify the x jadi 4x and the other constant jadi 0. 0 lah. Dah payahlah buat. Jangan payah panjang. Over? That's it. Not a value. Why? Because the question does not ask for evaluate. The question asks for simplify sahaja. So just that one. So look at where your weakness is. Most membuat peraturan sendiri, mensimplify function of 2x. Macam-macam 2x yang di mana? Simpannya hantam saja. Atas bawah kali. Handal bah. Okay? Any questions so far? Nope. Alright. Complete the histogram. Now, if you are clueless in doing this one, so need to be smart. So this, if you do not know what this one, you don't remember what this one, then leave this question till the last one. Attempt all the easy ones. And then when you look at this, you look apa benda ni, okay? Ya ada frequency table and ada histogram. However, ada clue kena bagi sana. One of the bar is already being drawn for you. So you can use this as a clue. Just in case you forgot how to draw a histogram. So when you observe the first bar sana, the first bar is between what interval? 100 and 120. And if you look at the frequency table, that is the first one. However, kalau you draw mengikut frequency, it's supposed to be the height 28. Tapi sini bukan 28. That is what? What's the height of this one? 1 point. So how do you get 1.4 from this? From 28 to 1.4. 1.4. What calculation do you think logically happen here? Plus, minus, times, divide. Divide because from a bigger number jadi smaller number. So you should be dividing with something. That should trigger your memory on how to do this one. So what actually that is being done here is should be first finding the class width. So what's the class width here? So 100, 220 is 20. So cuba divide 28 by 20. What do you get? What do you get? 1.4. There you go. From there you can figure out, that is what happened. So that means what? That means you should proceed taking note of the class width for each of the class interval that was given and then proceed to divide. So 60 divided by 20, that is 68 divided by 10, that is bukan kalkulator ni ada takan-takan, Masya Allah. 2.4. So you proceed lah. So 120 to 140, the height should be 3. So you use your ruler, 120 to 140 heightnya tu, and then join the top together. 140 to 150 would be 6.8. Take note of the scale of the vertical axis. And then last one would be 2.4. And that is how your histogram should look like to get that 3 marks, 1 for each bar. So sini remember masa camp motivasi, kan 10 kali kamu tanya soalan atau sampai sasak-sasak tak ada seorang-seorang sasak apa gini. Suddenly baru realize that you should have heard the first instruction. Kan? Sama macam ni. Jangan sasak-sasak dulu. Apa ni teacher? Lihat. Sebenarnya ada clue kena bagi dalam soalan. Okay, there are clues given in the question. So that is why questions that you're not familiar with, don't do it awal. Leave it to the last one. Make sure you answer those questions that you're familiar with first. Okay, next one. Ni lagi, Masya Allah. By drawing a tangent, estimate the gradient of the curve when x equals to 2. You identify x equals to 2, so it's that point. So all you have to do, just draw saja. Now, however, if you draw, tapi kalau nada working, kalau kamu draw saja, tapi nada working for your gradient, dia dapat bagi markah. So it should be accompanied. So that means that if you have drawn your tangent, no matter if it's correct or not, and then you make an attempt to find the gradient by using the formula, tapi jawapan kamu salah, you will get that 1 mark. However, if you draw the tangent, tapi nada attempt of finding the gradient, no marks can be given. Okay? So artinya you do need to know how to draw tangent. You do need to know how to pick points, how to find the gradient of that tangent. Mesti nampak evidence-nya baru dapat partial mark. Just in case your final answer is wrong. Okay? So basically you draw a tangent. So paling easier you use your ruler tu di luar curve. Jangan di dalam curve. Payah sikit. Okay, di luar curve di mana ia just touches. So jangan, do not like this where your line termasuk ke dalam. Ia mesti di luar, tapi jangan dia terlampau jauh. Okay, so you balance it out. Random saja, doesn't matter. There you go. So you see your line tu, ia indah goes inside. It does not goes inside the curve. Nampak saja goes inside the curve, then no marks. Nampak saja ada gap between the curve and your line, no marks. Okay? So sini. Right, and then from there you can so kalau lihat teacher, actually-nya I got that point and that point. So rise-nya my gradient. My rise is 1. My run would be, okay, this one, careful lah. Satunya is this, 1. Scale-nya. Bukan satunya here. Bukan. Atau half. Because scale-nya is 10 petak. So be careful that one So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, tu teacher buat sini. Ada. Okay, 4. 1/4. Done. That's my gradient. I can put it as 0.025 pun boleh jua. Buat infraction pun boleh jua. Tu. So any values near to this one tu apa? This one to 0.25. Any values near this one will be considered because it depends on how accurate you draw your tangent. Artinya apa? Artinya kalau jawapan kamu 2, salah. 5, salah. 1, salah. 0.29, boleh. 0.23, boleh. 0.1, tidak boleh. Okay? By drawing a suitable line on the grid, find the solution of 1 over x minus 5x over 2 plus 1 equals to 0. Now, you should be relate it with the given equation. You are not supposed to draw new one in order to solve this one. So, if you, by any chance, using your predictable quadratic equation, solving quadratic equation cannot. Why? Because there must be evidence that you draw a suitable line on the graph. So there's no working solving. However, there is simplifying. So what needs to be done here? What you need to manipulate is you need to manipulate this expression, this equation that is given such that one side, whichever side it is, logically is where most sides yang similar to the expression given should look like that. Okay, so we're gonna manipulate this one. So apa yang nada? Plus 1 nada kan? So how do we do? We eliminate lah. Minus 1 both sides. So 1 over x minus 5x over 2 equals to minus 1. We don't care dulu on the right hand side. Yang we care, one side must be the same as the equation given, the expression given. So we are halfway there, right? So we have 1 over x minus 5x over 2. So we need to, we don't want 5x over 2. We want x over 2. What do we need to add? Or subtract? What we need to add or times? No times. Fraction Think of it as a fraction. Minus 5 over 2 jadi 1 over 2. Plus 4. Plus 4x. Okay, sabar. Minus 5 over 2. Kalau 4 is 8 over 2 kan? So minus 5 over 2 plus 8 over 2 jadi 3 over 2. Tadi mau 1 over 2. Close. Fraction, Iman. Fraction, not whole number. This is a fraction. So you can't simply, teacher, minus 5 plus 4. Cannot. You're not minus 1 plus, bukan minus 5 plus 4. This is minus 5 over 2. Jadi 1 over 2. So you need to think in fraction. Cakap sajalah. Plus 6x over 2 kah? Okay. Minus 5 over 2 plus minus 5 over 2 plus 6 over 2 equals to 1 over 2 minus 5 over 2 plus 6 over 2. Is it equals to 1 over 2? Yes.
6 over 2.
And 6 over 2 is what? 6 over 2 is what? 6 over 2 simplified jadi 3. Oh my god. So plus 3x. Seriously, your fraction is your weakness. Your kryptonite is fraction. Work on that one. Okay. I mean, I can write down. Okay, kalau sekiranya supaya relatable. Okay, teacher boleh buat minus 6, plus 6 over 2. Okay, boleh. Boleh. Okay, boleh ha? Okay. Supaya jadi 1 over x plus x over 2. Okay, tunggu. Teacher tahu sudah ada confusion ni. Sekejap. Teacher buat 1 over 2x. Okay? Alright. Equals to minus 1 plus 6 over 2x. Now, is that the same as the expression? Yes, because half x and x over 2 are the same, are equivalent. Cuma sini, the equation sebelah kanan tu macam complicated tujuannya hantar. Jadinya we can simplify jadi minus 1 plus 3x. So equation, the straight line yang perlu ada adalah y equals to minus 1 plus 3x. Because remember, that's the one that we need to draw. Karena suruh draw. Artinya, in order for you to find the solution, is where the graph bertemu sama straight line. That straight line. So how do we draw minus 1 plus 3x? Siapa ingat? Apa dulu dibuat? Minus 1 dulu. And then 3x. 3x means rise over run. Rise-nya berapa? 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Run ke mana? Ke kanan atau ke kiri? Ke kanan because you're positive. So you got that one. From here, you can also 1, 2, 3 and 1. 3 points supaya mengkonfirmkan lagi. Then use your ruler. 3 points to shoot. Salah. Sabar. Teacher salah. Siapa dapat identify kenapa teacher salah? Pasal runnya 1 bukan 5 petak. 1 is 10 petak. Jadi from here, mana from here? From here you count 1, 2, 3 and then 1. Sini. Okay? So that was the mistake made tadi teacher buat tadi. Sengaja teacher. Nak ada orang pay attention. Sengaja kan? Ada je orang yang okay, sama 1. Sama with this one. 1, 2, 3 and then 1. So that's the 3 points, because they're the same line, so they have the same gradient. 3 point untuk mengkonfirmkan. There you go. So that is y equals to minus 1 plus 3x. Drawing that one. And so, from my graph sana, what is the value of x? X equals to x equals to 0. Mana 0.3? Mana kamu lihat? Di mana curve? Bukan x-axis. Ya. Look. Why are we doing all these things? Why are we doing all these things if you're still looking at an x-axis? X-axis is when the equation is equals to 0. Grafnya itu to 0. Ini bukan. Allah ngalih saja membuat benda ni. Okay, so lagi sekali. What is the value of x? Two values. 0.885 0.85 and negative 1 point negative 2. Oi, cuba kamu lihat soalannya. Cuba kamu lihat. Yang mau value of apa? Yang kamu y itu kenapa? You're 44, wow. The closest one, minus 0.5 pun boleh. Okay, just because it's ampere. Janganlah 0.4859, amazing. Minus 0.5 pun okay. Okay? Yeah. Right? And that is how. So, you would from time to time would require to answer this type of questions, whether the graph is already drawn like this, or whether initial question you are required to draw the graph first. So for solving equations, ada 3 jenis soalan. Satu is like this, where it equates to 0, tetapi one side of the expression ato is not the graph yang kena bagi. So when that happens, you need to manipulate the equation such that one side mesti graph. But solutionnya masih sama, di mana yang intersect. The second type of equation of solving is the graph given equals to 0. And this is where you find the values arah x-axis. Memanglah arah graf. Semua ni arah graf. Okay. The next equation that you might be given is something like, let's say, remember this one? Where you required to find A, B, and C, and the solution is given. Okay? So that's the 3 types of equation. We have done all of these equations already. You can go back to the revision paper that we have done.